Okay, the time is 10:16 a.m., January 29th, 2025. I want to say this first to the public. I'm allowed to talk about it. It's been going on multiple years. And the last year, I mean, don't quote me on the exact timeline. Please, there's so many good military involved with this. With my injury of recalling words because of traumatic events, you know how I ended up like this. Okay, exactly. My point made. Let's check those timelines with the agents. And I'm trapped in here, dude, and it's still continuing. My sound machine is on. One ear I have right now is plugged just to hold a train of thought, to try to make some sense on the internet. And that's along with not being able to hardly say anything about the situation I'm in at all whatsoever. So I'm still sitting in the same situation as active and fluid, so I can't talk about it. And it's hard enough here with the fucking heinous noise and the combat and the chemical poisons. And then, you know, like I just said, my injury from traumatic events, recalling words, timelines. I document everything. I documented enough. There's massive events, stuff, and things I just can't talk about or even type. Forget about it, right? No, it's not happening. But I don't forget them. No, you don't forget stuff like that. Okay, what I'm supposed to say to the public right away is within the last year, I could say strongly, assuredly, every time, assuredly within the last year, like a while, like 12 months, yeah, they've been doing this. The Washington DCPD starts screaming their sirens within the vicinity, a block radius or right outside on 15th, just within the vicinity. They're always around, right? They think there's some sort of guards for Erdogan, and they think they're in Istanbul, and they think they're vigilantly, due diligently protecting an ISIS Muslim terrorist compound. It's so fucking obvious, dude. That's along with everything else I've witnessed the DCPD do that I'm forbidden from talking about on the internet. Okay, so I've witnessed, like eyewitness to it 100,000 million times. Like they love what they're doing. So, oh, right then, if you love what you're doing, trying to overthrow your sovereign territory, if you love it so much, then understand that you're engaging in violence on your own country, and understand that you're going to get pushed back. It's not all about pimping. And this is white people. Don't start thinking this is just black and brown pimping. That is so evil that the white race, white nationalist race, not the white people like me, but that the white nationalist race made pimping into a black and brown thing. Our primary problem is white men pimping women. What I witnessed here was fire department and U.S. Navy white and black men killing prostitutes. That's what I witnessed here. What I witnessed here was white Navy officers pimping women. What I've witnessed here and filmed across the street is white Navy officers pimping women with the Mexican drug cartel. They're in human trafficking big time. What I've witnessed here is the Fox News entire staff involved with human trafficking, drug trafficking, and quote unquote pimping, and that's pretty darn white there. It's hardcore pimping there. It's all it's about there. All right, let's be clear on that. So since these police officers in Washington, D.C. want to think that, okay, I'm going to engage in violence, insurrectionist sedition, and attacking my country, my sovereign territory that I'm driving my car, my marked vehicle around in, I'm going to engage in acts of violence on my sovereign territory while I'm driving around in it. My wheels are on the ground in that territory. Just know this, DCPD, it's not about pimping, smoking crystal, smoking crack, moving the drugs, moving the girls. That's not what exactly the result you're going to get in pushback, because you are engaged in violence on your country. So you need to think about what you're doing maybe a little bit more. Put a little more thought into this. You're going to get pushback because you are literally attacking your sovereign territory. It's not going to be pushed back by nonviolent offense for drug crime. No, that's not what you're doing with a terrorist cell. The DCPD have forgot what terrorism is. There's a point where even terrorists themselves don't carry and carry and carry on and on and on and on and on and on. Violent terrorism, violent, physically violent terrorism. They don't just carry it on and on every day endlessly. At the same time pretending they're not doing it. There's a point where, yeah, a terrorist pretends they're not a terrorist, and there's a point where the terrorist just fucking abandons ship, dude. What we're dealing with here is crack and crystal meth addicted police officers. Is so obvious. And they're really reactive. So what I wanted to tell the public is, for the last year, I can say this assuredly, every time I put up a recipe or a testimony, any sort of activity on my part from my account, the police in the near vicinity or the near parameter start blasting their sirens. They cause a spectacle is what they're doing. I interpret it as, oh my God, they think they're guarding Erdogan's terrorist cell. They think they're in Istanbul. Those are the words that I say. You want to check more professionally with the actual agents, good military. You know, you want to write an article that isn't so tongue-in-cheek, okay? Don't take my words. I think you know that as professional journalists. But take it from the agents, because it is happening, dude. And they'll tell you exactly the proper things to write in your article. It is happening. Facts are, every time I put something on the internet, the cops start blasting their sirens out of control. It's a spectacle. Everybody knows it in town. I got to plug both my ears, so I'm just going to carry on like this, okay? Everybody knows it in town. You can't help but hear it. You can't help but notice, if you're paying attention to my end, that I just put something up and then all the cops go fucking literally berserk. It'll be 2 to 3 separate marked vehicles just blasting sirens within the near parameter or vicinity within the block, just circling around and around and around, blasting their sirens for a good 10 minutes after almost every time I put something up on the internet. Now, maybe this is the weapons system. Like, that's what I mean. There's so much going on here. I got both my ears plugged and a sound machine. So yeah, exactly. Just to say this report, I have both of my ears plugged with a sound machine going. Yeah, dude. Exactly. The source, I'm not the best source, but I can confirm it is happening. Yeah, and you can stand in the corner, confirm it yourself, and you can go talk to professional agents to write a professional article on it. All right. So, I am to report they've been poisoning the living shit out of me today since I woke up. It hasn't stopped. I am to report as soon as I put up anything on the internet, they started swirling and blasting their sirens. I am to report it doesn't stop here with the police stalking and hunting and protecting their terrorist compound. All right? That's the facts. Now, my opinion on this, okay, sure, I'll say my opinion. I don't take this as a power trip. I don't take this as, oh, the cops are reacting to me, Heidi. Now, a person might, yeah, it's okay. It's perfectly normal and natural to think that. But I want more information on this because I don't know why. I don't know what these reservists, they're U.S. Army and Navy and all this reservists. They're military reservists running around in these cars. Exactamundo. Okay, so I don't know what kind of gear and what the fuck they're doing in their cars. These professional good guys in the good military know all about that. All right, so with both my ears plugged, I'm going to say no more. I don't take it as, oh, they're swirling their sirens because I put a cookbook on the internet. No, I don't know what the fuck is going on. All I know is they've been doing that for about a year. I know it's very reactive. It's within a matter of a minute or two. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's so horrible, dude. And they don't stop, so I know they do that. But I can't really tell the public why exactly that is. And no, I would not tell the public it's because I, Heidi, am the president. No, because we know I can't be the president. It's got to be a group of men or a man or whatever. I would love to be part of the government. Yeah, I'd love to have a strong influence. Sure, we'll talk about that if it happens. I don't know why the cops are doing it. I know they're really reactive. It draws the conclusion as far as I'm concerned, but speculation. But it draws the conclusion that they're high as heck on a speed drug, an amphetamine, a cocaine drug. Because somebody really hopped up and hyped up would do something like that with sirens blasting over the top of their head. And that's all I'm going to say. Goodbye.